What's up, YouTube? Special 420 Brownies coming here again with a deck profile. I know it's been a while since I've done anything YouTube related and Yu-Gi-Oh related on YouTube, but I thought I'd do something for this past YCS at New Jersey. Um, the exposition center was 15 minutes away from me. I live in New Jersey, so it was fun. It was a great weekend, seeing all my friends again, and being able to see people that I haven't seen in a while, like Johnny Nagel, Chris Rodriguez, and all those kids. I haven't seen you guys in a minute, but it was fun again. You know, it was nice seeing you guys and chilling with you guys, Sean Montague, all you guys. You know, it was cool. Um, but I took an interesting deck to YCS this past weekend. I took Lavals. I actually got the round one feature match along with another buddy of mine. Uh, I played against my round one. I played against my hardest matchup, which was actually Evil Swarm. I will post a link in the description to so you guys can go to it and read the feature match. And I mean, there's a few parts I misplayed on. Game two, I actually could have Quasar OTK'd had I not sent Cannoneer in Sprite. If I sent a Lakeside Lady in Sprite, I would have been able to Quasar OTK when I had the Rekindling in hand. Um, um, Round two, I played against a Gear Machina, fucking some machine deck. It was retarded. Um, but I 2-0'd it. Turn one, I Quasar OTK'd. Um, Game two, I raped him too as well. From there, from round two, round three, I moved to table seven. I was in high tables with Lavals. Um, Round three, I ended up losing 2-0 to Mermails, which was a little upsetting because game one where I rekindled, made a board, established a board, and then he follows up with Dark Hole. I wasn't able to OTK that turn, but I had him to less than 3,000 life, so I did quite a bit of damage in that turn. Um, uh, and then game two, he was able to every play that I had in my hand, and believe me, I had tons of plays because this deck does have tons of plays because you thin through the deck so much, and you draw all the cards that you want to draw because you thin through the deck so much. Um, and I had so many plays, but every play that I made, he was able to counter it the next turn. Whether I made a Catastor and he big-eyed it, or I made Sten and which he couldn't big-eye and had to run over with Gaios, he would still have that play. And though that counterplay was what ended up costing me the match, and it was retarded. Round four, I played against Soul from Duelist Grounds. Um, he was playing Evil Storm as well, and I ended up 2-0ing him in almost the same fashion as I did my round one feature. Round five, I played against Dino Fist. He won game one. Game two, I Quasar OTK'd. In game three, he opened up Rabbit, uh, Warning, Judgment, Double Tenki, and Lance. There's really nothing I could do about that. And at that point, you know, nobody can do anything about that. If you don't win with that hand, then you're absolutely booty. Um, Round six, I played against Constellars. Game one, I fucking Quasar OTK'd. Uh, Dealing with Pallades, the compulsory with the body, that guy's fucking annoying. You know, it's so hard to get around him. He's a bitch and a half. And plus 2,500 attack. That's a nice body to have. Um, so game one, I Quasar OTK'd. Game two, Game two and three, he mind crushed me where I lost. Game three, he mind crushed my rekindling. Luckily, I only had one in hand, but still, he hit the rekindling where I could. At that moment in the game, the tides would have turned. Where if I played rekindling, and but you know, it just every dog has his day, you know, and it wasn't my day. But let me get into the main deck. There's a few card choices I'll explain, but I'll explain all the lava monsters to you guys since nobody really knows what the fuck they do. Um, First off, the main deck's only 40 cards. It's 20 monsters, 17 spells, and 3 traps. First up, 3 Laval cannons. This is the one card levier of the deck. This is the card that lets you special summon one of your banished lava monsters. So being able to go Tark into Lakeside Lady, which is your level 3 tuner, and then summon him and Black Rose your opponent's board, and then being able to rekindle and do all your crazy shit and OTK that turn is awesome, you know. So he's great. Plus he's a warrior, so there are some decks that play Rhoda and Rhoda him right to hand, because they also play Boost Warrior to get the Quasar OTK off faster. But I don't like it. I decided to just take with 3 of him because that's more than enough. I always draw him when I need him. Next we have 3 Handmaiden. This is the bitch of the deck. She is the reason as to why this deck draws so well, because she puts all your Lavals into grave. So she goes herself, then she sends another one, then she sends another one, then she sends another Laval. So it's an instant 4 cards from your deck into your graveyard being thinned. um, Then you have Laval Magma Cannoneer. Up to twice per turn, you can send 1 fire monster from your hand to your graveyard to inflict 500 damage to your opponent. Now, if your opponent has an open field, you send 2 monsters, 1,000 damage, swing for 1,700. That's 2,700 damage that you just did that turn. Now, that's not bad, you know. So I play 2 of him because 3 of him is absurd. You only need 2 to pull off the Quasar OTK. Any more than that is foolish, because having him in hand blows as is, you know, because he misses timing, or he makes Handmaiden misses timing because his effect is a cost to activate. Sending a Laval from your hand to the graveyard is a cost, or a fire monster from your hand to the graveyard is a cost. So Handmaiden doesn't work with costs, so it misses timing. So he's not that great. Like, again, he's a Laval monster and he sets up your plays when you play Conduction Field. Next we have double Lakeside Lady. Lakeside Lady is your Atlantean marksman of the deck. She pops any set card. Like, same thing with marksman. If they chain the set card, then it doesn't pop, like Bisphere and whatnot. But if they don't chain it, it pops. You can pop face down monsters, whatever set card you want. Plus, because of her because she banishes herself and another lava monster, it makes Cannon even more alive, and you're able to reuse the Lakeside Lady. So you have multiple MSTs, multiple bears in the deck, you know. So she's really good in that aspect. The next you have the last lava monster, and that wraps it up for the lava monsters. That's 11 monsters, 11 lava monsters. Lava Forest Sprite. She helps make all of your Lavals that much bigger. In my feature match, I got my Dragon up to 4,100 attack. Her effect is when she's sent from the field to the graveyard, um, increase the attack of all Laval monsters you currently control by 200 for each Laval monster in the grave until the end phase of this turn. Um, so in that aspect, she's actually really good because she's able to she boosts not only just your Laval monsters but also your Laval monsters, and that's really good, you know, because you get all your monsters up by a lot of. You're almost able to swing over almost anything, and because she activates in Grave, Gaios can't do shit when it comes to fighting against a dragon or a dragon or a Stenin or lava, even lava ball chain, you know. So in that aspect, she's really good because of Gaios being relevant in the meta currently. That's it for the lava monsters. And then for the other 9 monsters of the deck, it's really simple. You have your number 1 card that sets up almost anything. Uh, Flamval Fire Dog, 200 defense, so he's able to be rekindled. Um, the greatest thing about him is the fact that he brings out all your lava monsters, all of them, except for Cannon. He brings out all your tuners. He brings out. You can bring, you can attack, bring him out, and make lava ball chain do extra damage that turn just because you can. Um, you can bring her out if you have this in hand as well. Synchrone to Stenin, pitch this, and just get her effect off. There's a lot of nutty plays that you make with Flammable Fire Dog. Um, but mainly he's another conduction field. He gets your engine going. He gets everything going. But the best part about him is the fact that he acts like he acts like bear. I mean, gorilla, or was it bear? Whatever, one of the two, or Guaiba. And the fact that he makes mermail players, when you attack into their limbs, you force them to go. They can't go into pike because uh, it'll miss timing because of fire dog's effect as well. You know, but you got to be careful with fire dog only because if you do send all your lava monsters into your grave, you have nothing to use for its effect. So you do need something to use for its effect. So you got to keep some lava monsters in your deck just for his effect. Um, Other than that, he's a really great card, but he's gonna get cut come Friday because of Blaster. Blaster, Dragon Ruler of Infernos, is just 10 times better than this. And I don't know. I just think it's a lot better. Next, this card will stay in the deck. Come triple Car D. Car D is fucking too good in this deck. Um, you being able to draw into your rekindlings, into your battle faders, into anything that you want to draw into is too good. A pot of greed for cost of the turn is fine with me. You know, I will OTK you the next turn if I have the cards. You know. It's just too good. And the last card, Battle Fader, 3 Battle Fader, only because Solemn Warning is at 1. So Battle Fader is good. Plus, it's another defensive shield. No, they have to run into the following turn. So it buys you time. This buys you more time than Scarecrow does. Um, and Gores is just a useless card now because Big Eye is now a thing. Um, so yeah, that's it for monsters. Uh, Spells, 17 spells, 3 conduction field. One conduction field, send 2 lava monsters from your deck to your graveyard. So you send Cannoneer, send Handmaiden, and you send. It's basically a painful choice, or I guess it dumps 5 monsters into grave turn 1. Where if you don't have another Handmaiden in hand, you go Cannoneer, Handmaiden, Cannoneer, or Lakeside Lady. So it sends 5 monsters to your deck, thinning your deck out by 5 monsters. Plus this in conjunction with Lavals Dragon, the Brio of the deck, the Synchro, you're able to reuse his effect multiple times. So yeah, that's good. Then you have your 3 Rekindlings. There's no, this card's just fucking broken. If anybody has 2 Germans, I have 1 German and a French and an Italian. If anybody wants to swap their Germans for a French or Italian, let me know, because I do want all German Rekindlings. Next, 3 gold Sark, obvious plays, being able to use it in conjunction with this guy, setting up your rekindling or your heavy storm or anything that you need just to go off next following turn. You know, it's just too good. You can waste 2 turns because of this guy. You have Battle Theater to help you stall out for 2 turns. Next card, 3 MST. Again, this is being cut come Friday because Blaster, you don't really need it because of Blaster and Lakeside Lady, you're able to pop as many cards as you need. And the meta will be moving more forward to a OTK based meta on E-Dragons and Prophecy anyway, so this card isn't really that great anymore. Triple MST doesn't, and it's not necessary in my opinion. Next, Double Duality. Duality is really great, especially with card card. Sorry, especially with card key. Then Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn, and for this event, I decided not to play Dark Hole because I was fearing Evil Swarm. But with the ruling that they made on Caster and Constellar Pollux, actually same ruling, um, it made Evil Swarm that much less viable for the event. And I wish I had known that before I handed my deck list in Saturday morning, because I would never have played One Day of Peace for this event. I would have actually played Dark Hole. Because Dark Hole would have saved me in times that I actually needed it. Whereas One Day of Peace, I only drew it once through the entire tournament, and I actually hated it the entire time. So One Day of Peace is more for a Evil Swarm enveloped meta, but for now, Dark Hole suffices. Being able to get rid of problematic cards on board, such as Gaios, Big Eye, and whatnot. You know, cards that really give you a problem. Logia, Dolka, etc. So again, I would switch this out for Dark Hole um, for that event, and I wish I did. But I played the one day. Right now, one day will be fine. Um, sorry, I got a lot of background. Well, coming this weekend, I guess I don't know. I don't know what's gonna be better, Dark Hole or one day, but I think it, I think one day is gonna be good. Dark Hole maybe not so much. I don't know. And the last three cards of the deck are triple breakthrough. Breakthrough skills are really good. Being able to force a being able to force pandemic, and then having following the turn, in the following turn, use this from your grave, because they're not going to remove another thing from Ophion, so they're oh, I should be able to remove this from grave, and then negating Ophion and then going off. I did this to a Mermail player where he sided in Battle Faders and shit against me. Battle Faders and Vanity's Fiend, and he had Vanity's Fiend up, and I drew Breakthrough Skill, and I Breakthrough Skilled his Vanity's Fiend. Then next turn, used it from grave and rekindled and went off in his face, and absolutely raped the Vanity's Fiend. You know, so this card is really good. I was also in testing. I looked at boards of my friend having. By turn two, he had Shien Barkion Beast on board, and I had breakthrough skill set, and I'm in turn one here at the Amistida, so it was already engraved. So my turn two, I drew Gold Sark, I activated Gold Sark, he negated with Beast, I chained breakthrough skill from grave uh, to negate the Beast. He wasn't able to negate with Shien or Barkion, because both those cards have to negate the activation of Breakthrough Skill, and Breakthrough Skill isn't activating in grave, so there's no activation to negate, therefore they cannot negate this card from grave. So negating the Beast, and then searching out the Lakeside Lady, summoning the cannon, special summoning the Lakeside Lady, and synchroing into Black Rose and blowing up the board was a phenomenal play, and then being able to rekindle and then do stupid shit was fucking retarded. So breakthrough skill is really good, and it will hold a lot more merit in the coming months, especially going into nationals. Um, so yeah, extra deck is really simple. One Formula Synchron, one Lavals Dragon. This is the Brio of the deck. He's really good. Send two Laval monsters back into your deck. Bounce one card your opponent controls. So it's reusable. So he's the Brightneck. One Catastor, one a Dual Slasher. He does quite a few things. If it attacks a defense position monster, it with two or more levels engraved. With two or more levels engraved, he inflicts piercing damage, or he's able to attack again in a row. I don't know. Oh yeah, if there's two or more in your grave, and he attacks the defense vision monster, he can attack once again in a row. If there's three or more, he inflicts piercing damage, and he attacks again in a row because the first one too, first back too. Plus he's a rekindling target at 200 defense. Librarian, Lavals Dragon, he helps you. He's basically another conduction field in and of itself. Adds a lava monster from your hand, then sends it to grave. Or send add one lava monster to your hand, then send one lava monster from your hand to your grave. So he's good. One Black Rose, obviously, because almost one of the best plays in the deck. Lavals Stennin, really great card. A lot of people don't know how to deal with this card in general. He can be targeted by card effects, and when he is, you can banish one lava monster from your graveyard to negate the activation and destroy it. So he's really good, and he's got 2,700 attack, and so in that respect, he's really really good. Plus, when he's synchro summoned, you can send one. You had to send one card from your hand to the graveyard. But if you have Handmaiden or stuff like that, you can send the Handmaiden and then you know use Handmaiden's effect. There's a lot of combos involved with him. Then one of the best cards, Crimson Blader. This will definitely be a card coming for nationals and whatever. It's really, really, really good in stopping E-Dragons and whatever after this Friday. One Scrap Dragon, because Scrap Dragon is still Scrap Dragon and still good. For this event, I played Stardust Dragon, Shooting Star, because I could. And I actually made Shooting Star once in my feature match. Then you have your Quasar, obviously. And then you have Lavals chain, which is your fourth conduction field or fourth or fifth conduction field or whatever. Um, he's really good for that, and he's able to send breakthrough skill to grave and whatnot. And then the last card that I decided to play in my extra deck, which I fucking love, Maestro, Ophion Killer. It just rapes Ophion. She is an amazing card, an amazing card. That's it for extra deck. Side deck, uh, one Scarecrow. This was the last card in my side deck that I chose to throw, just randomly throw in there. It's a level 1. It ends at the battle phase. I take no damage, you know, and you can use synchro and whatever. Um, but looking back on it now, I probably wouldn't have done that. Had I known the caster and Pollock's loop rulings, I would have played. I would obviously have changed things around. Next card, Joel and Lockbird again. This card was thrown in there as my second to last card, only because I feared Gishki FTK. I didn't see it at all. So I mean, these two cards I would have easily replaced with Baylor for this YCS because of the caster ruling. So Baylor would have been too good. Then I sided in Double Trag. Tragody is just too good. I didn't play Gores because Big Eye's a thing. Um, mm, I don't know. Gores is good, but it's not too good. There's right now with Gores, you have to know how to play Gores. There's a certain skill behind playing Gores, and that's just it. Um, then Triple Maxi, one of my favorite side deck cards for this deck. Triple Battalion. This card is just it basically won me my Equal Swarm match. It just bounces everything. The only deck it's not good against is Mermails, because if they make a Gaios, you can't attack with him because he's a level 5 or higher. That's the problem. So that's the only real deck he's not good against. But he is so versatile against the meta, being able to bounce back Drago Sacks, tokens, lads, and even in your standby phase. In your standby phase, his last effect to bounce himself, it will keep activating. So Lad will keep negating until Lad can't negate anymore, and then he'll finally send himself back to the deck. You know. So in that respect, it's good as well. So to get rid of Lad, to get rid of Shiens, to get rid of anything Logias. Oh well, anything else besides Logia, but like, you know what I mean. Then one of my favorite cards, Royal Decree. It's just too good. Again, it won me my Equal Swarm matches. And the last card, I played Triple Debunk. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, but I thought it would be good. But again, this is too much. I'd cut one of them, so I'd only be playing two. I'd play two of this, two two decrees. If I was to change my side deck again, I'd play two debunk, two decree, triple medallion, triple maxi, double um, double Tragodia, uh, double Baylor, and one Droll and Lockbird just in case for the prophecy matchup and for the and for the Gishki FTK matchup just in case, you know. But that's it for the deck. Again, this deck will be changing. I just wanted people to be aware that this is a deck that it's not to be overlooked, and that it will make it will continue to see play in the coming months and nationals especially. Um, Again, I really want to see more people talk about this. So post all your questions, comments, concerns about the deck, about anything you want to know about it and shit in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. Um, Now let me know what you think of the deck and whatnot. I know it wasn't the best choice going into YCS, but again, it's the surprise factor. I like having that, and I don't know. There's not much else to say about it. It has really good OTK potential, and it has really good potential in general as a deck. It's a real deck, you know, and many players have acknowledged that fact now, and they have to side deck accordingly for it. Especially since nobody really had a side deck for this deck, you know, it makes it that much better. You know, it makes it that much easier to win. You know, and I really wanted to hear what other people think about this deck and how we can push this deck forward in the coming months to be as competitive as Elemental Dragons and as competitive as Prophecy and uh, Evil Swarm in the next few months. So let me know what you guys think, and that's really it for now, YouTube. Um, I would let you know what I think of the Triple Blaster and Burner in the deck and whatnot, and how I go about making the deck. But that's really it. Peace out, YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, and whatever. You know, do what you gotta do. Deuces.